Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I'm Boosted John and today I'm going to be doing some DIY extreme budget garage upgrades. Behind me is my garage that I call the Boost Cave. The Boost Cave is currently a huge hodgepodge. It's an absolute mess inside. The walls are dirty. The color of the paint on the walls is not my favorite. It's an off-white, and frankly, I'm not loving the shelves either. With that said, the objective of today's video is to overhaul the inside of this garage on an absolute extreme budget scale. By the end of this video, the inside of this garage is going to look brand new, aesthetically and functionally. And once everything is all said and done, I'll be revealing exactly how much I spent on everything at the end of this video. This video took literally weeks, almost a month to make with all editing and everything, so I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the next episode where we're redoing the lighting and adding a bunch of character to the inside of this garage. It's gonna look like a JDM tuner shop inside. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. My goal from the beginning of this garage transformation series has been to make this as easy and affordable as possible. I'm trying to make it so that literally anyone watching these videos can do exactly what I'm doing to their home garage, and for as little money as possible. In my case, I'm gonna start by removing some of the shelves. I'm not 100% sure which ones I wanna take down permanently, but I started with the ones in the corner because I was almost 100% certain these ones are staying down. I decided to give myself a little bit of time to think, so I moved on to organizing the poopy bench. I found these little totes at Costco, and they actually worked out perfectly for storing everything that I already had on the poopy bench anyway. Pretty fired up on that. I got pretty much an entire LS Trans into one of these little bins that I got at Costco. I have to label this bin LS Trans. Those bins worked out great, but I have one more quick cosmetic improvement to make before we really get down to business. The blinds in my garage have been over length for the entire time that I've had this garage. It doesn't look clean. It doesn't look professional. It doesn't look like anybody knows what they're doing when the blinds aren't the right length. So I spent some time making the blinds the right length. Next, I finally thought I had it figured out with the shelves. I was gonna take down every single shelf in the entire garage, including the vertical slats, except for those shelves in the corner. Then I cleared out my little closet under the stairs so that I could store all the wooden shelves and all the brackets. And as you'll see, all the random stuff that I had to store in this closet just barely fit. Next was moving on to tearing down the vertical slats, but with one caveat. I created schematics for that wall, so I know exactly how to put it back. I'm even gonna save all the screws. I'm just gonna store the metal slats in the same closet with the wood. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and for sure take down these ones right here as well. For sure not using those. Still deciding what to do with this wall, but I think I'm probably safe to take down everything, at least to this shelf. So I'll still make the schematic for it. Let's get to it. This part was one of the most satisfying parts of the garage transformation for me. I am really not a fan of how these black vertical slats look on the off-white paint, so taking them down was really a joy. It made the garage just feel so much more clean right off the bat, and we can't forget to throw on Fast and Furious. Lastly, I just wanted to push the EG into its parking spot so that I could see how the space would look with the shelves taken down, and I'm already digging this so much. Space is so much more open. There's no shelf on the wall, making it dark and cluttered in the back corner. Lines are the right height. It's really coming along, boys. It's really coming along. Still got a ways to go, but it's a good start. It is just about time to start patching all the screw holes on the walls, and I finally made the decision to take down the last corner shelf as well. I just thought it would look so much cleaner with no shelves, no slats on the walls whatsoever. So I removed the TV, I got everything pulled away from the walls, and got this place prepped for spackling. Sand 45 powder is for sure the way to go in my opinion. All you need is a little trough, a little spackling blade, a little bit of water and the powder, and you just mix it until you find the right consistency, which should be like a thin paste, and then you're good to go. You have about 45 minutes of working time, and it takes about an hour or an hour and a half to dry at about 60 degrees. Next, my girlfriend Kearney came over and helped me start cutting in, which is basically painting around the borders of everything, baseboards, outlets, and then that way I was able to finish patching up the upper screw holes before it was time to sand. These are the Jam. I've used these for years for painting and sanding spackling. Totally the way to go. Sanding was probably my least favorite part of this job, as it would be for pretty much anybody. It's just really dusty and it's really dirty and it takes a long time and your shoulders get sore. And I didn't have any good way to clean up all the dust because it's really dusty, so I used this Dyson vacuum cleaner that I had in the garage. Probably not the best idea. I need a shop vac. The paint that I chose to go with is the scuff resistant paint from Behr that you can get at Home Depot. It was about $44 a gallon. The color that I chose is called First Snow, and the sheen that I went with is satin, and I'll explain why in just a second. Also, stay tuned for the cabinet reveals later in the video. Something I'm really excited about with this paint, that the finish is satin, whereas before I think the walls were like a matte finish. Satin is one below semi-gloss. So it has a pretty high sheen, which means that it should be pretty resistant to like water, grease, dirt, and when I do get the walls dirty, I'll be able to clean them with like a magic eraser and some water. Huge upgrade over stock because OEM in this garage was a matte off-white and I thought it looked really yucky. So the second coat is currently drying. I'm gonna go ahead and put the TV mount back up and remount the TV. Looks good to me. Damn, dude, on the white wall, that is looking so clean. Let's go. Off camera, I finished painting the small walls over there by the workbenches and the big shelf. And this is me staying at the garage until 2:30 in the morning to get everything organized, cleaned up, and put back where it's supposed to be before leaving for a 4-day trip to Florida to see a buddy. I've been sick for a few days leading up to this clip right here, and I definitely shouldn't have gone that hard because I ended up being sick for almost my entire trip to Florida. And for about a week after. All right, guys, check it out. I have something that this garage has been needing for a very long time. And no, it's not the porta potty toilet in the background. This is a 72-inch cabinet, and it is going to go to the right of the poopy workbench. I also have another cabinet gonna go to the left of the poopy workbench. I might just have enough time to assemble them and get this garage organized. Let's do it. All right, first one is built. Yes, it's still messy, but I'm kind of just figuring out exactly where I want to put this and exactly what I'm going to put inside of it. In the meantime, I'm assembling the second cabinet. This one is going to be a little bit of a surprise, and I'll just show you guys when it is done. Lastly, we're moving on to the cherry on top of all the new cabinetry. I had a little bit of extra OSB lying around. I saw a little TikTok inspo where people put plywood on top of their poopy benches. Yes, other people actually use these shelf racks as poopy benches, just like I do. It turned out I had just enough OSB to cut 2 new top boards for the poopy benches, so I went ahead and cranked up the skill saw and it got to work. Wow, dude, that fitment is insane. The fitment was great. I liked how sturdy they were, but they didn't match the new cabinetry. So I went to Home Depot and picked up the cheapest matte black paint that they had. I did paint both sides, and then I just went ahead and reinstalled them into the poopy bench, and now it is a not so poopy bench. God, that looks so much better. So guys, this space already looks so much better, and the total cost of everything that I purchased to make today's video was $637.06. Yes, that is it. That's all it took to paint the walls, fill the holes, add 2 cabinets, and paint the poopy bench to make it match the rest of the cabinets. Before I give you guys my final thoughts on the space, let me give you a quick tour of the new garage setup. Thing number 1, obviously we have the poopy bench in the corner. Nice little workspace here, painted matte black. Got the big red toolbox over here with all my stuff. And then obviously the new cabinet. I'll take you guys through what I have on the inside. Consumables up top. Detailing supplies on the second shelf, all my hardware on the third shelf. Fourth shelf is kind of just like random items, painting supplies, garage related items, screws, stuff like that. Bottom shelf is good fluids, empty containers, and automotive paint and some extension cords and stuff. And of course, up top, can't forget, custom YouTube play button made by my friend Just Pasha. Final thoughts on everything used in this video. I balled out on the paint a little bit and got the scuff resistant paint. I think it was definitely worth it, especially since I went with white in the garage where I work on dirty things all the time. Poopy bench looks great. For like $25 in paint and a couple bucks for some OSB, huge upgrade. The 72-inch locker, honestly, I wish it was a little bit nicer. It's very flimsy. The door pops open at the bottom if you don't have it locked. That's why I'm leaving the key in there. It's kind of a latch. As soon as you unlock it, pops out. Don't love that. Do I recommend this particular locker? If you're on an extreme budget, yes. If you can ball out and spend like an extra 30 or 40 bucks, I think there are a few nicer options on Amazon. Does it hold my stuff? Does it look nice because it's black? Yes. Do the doors kind of suck? Absolutely, the doors totally suck. Just a little foot close and lock, good to go. Next, if we just swivel the camera this way, this is the new layout for kind of like when you walk into the garage. You know, this is the main bay parking spot. The EK is parked right in front of me. This is typically where I would work on cars. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna switch to working on cars in the small bay over there by that workbench. Not too sure yet functionally how this is all gonna play out. Over here, we have the workbench that was typically right here. I just shifted it over a little bit and made room for the new rolling cart. Inside this rolling cart, I have old fluids, which hopefully will not be there forever. I need to recycle them. I have water bottles and I have a car cover. Very nice, very clean, very organized. For 150 bucks shipped to the house, that thing has great build quality. The casters, like the wheels on the bottom, are actually super durable. They're like really like beefy and roll very nice. And all the metal is definitely way less flimsy than the 72-inch locker. I absolutely recommend the short rolling cart. One disclaimer, I know that I obviously already had the Poopy Bench. They're about 100 bucks on Amazon, shipped to your front door. I didn't include this in the cost because most people have some kind of shelving or some kind of cabinetry in their garage already that doesn't look very nice and that you might not want to reuse if you're going to be upgrading your garage space. The reason that I didn't include this in the cost is because you can use those ugly old cabinets, you can use those ugly old shelves, you just might have to do a little bit of refurbishment, which is what I did with the Poopy Bench. I painted it black and now it looks 10 times better. It looks so nice in this corner. But one last thing that I may be adding in the near future here, which again will probably cost me about 100 bucks, and you're welcome to factor this into my cost if you'd like for today's video, but I'm thinking that this corner looks really good. Let me show you something. This wall looks a little weird in my opinion because we have this nice little work corner over here, this little workstation, but the rest of this wall, it's just bare wall. Like there's nothing here. And I don't know if I like that. With the TV being over here and the window, it feels like something should be under this, a workbench or something. Maybe not even necessarily under the whole thing, but I think that it would look best if I had like one more section of Poopy Bench. This is 48 inches wide. If I had another 48 inches of bench right here and then scoop my toolbox and my welder down, the welder would sit just about underneath this window. And then I think that this workspace and this garage would feel very full and complete. Regardless, for $637.06, I think this place is looking so much better. In the next episode, it's something that I'm extremely excited for. We're gonna be redoing the lighting in the boost cave in a not so budget way. And we're going to be seriously improving the color inside this garage. It's kind of dead in here because everything is black and white. And we're gonna be giving the boost cave the soul and the character that it needs to be a famous YouTube garage. I'm gonna end this one off with some B-roll. Thank you for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. This video took literally weeks to make, so if you liked it, please click that like button, please click that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss episode 3 with the lighting and everything else. There's gonna be so many cool aesthetic mods done to this garage in the next episode, not even capping, totally legit. It's gonna be awesome. I'm Boosted John. We deserve nothing, earn everything. Bye.
Take me somewhere